welcome back to the studio. And with that match, Warlords of the Deep take a commanding lead in this best out of 5 with 2 matches to 0, meaning that they need to win one more match to take this whole tournament, to take the whole $12,000 prize, the 350 plus plex, and leave Thingy with a bunch of money in second place, but still leave Thingy in their dust, completely sweeping them. Like this is a hard road for Thingy, and
if Thingy loses here, they'll have to wipe away their TOs with all those dollars.
Yes,
it may be difficult, but I think they'll manage somehow. Warlords in a really great position at this point because not only they just essentially have to win one out of the next 3 matches, which means they get to play it very safe. They can go with setups that maybe are hard counters, something they expect the Thingy team to bring, and then just hope that they get lucky for the first couple matches, or just essentially keep bringing some of the same setups and count on being able to take advantage of mistakes.
You know, they also have the opportunity, if they want to, just go, you know what, we'll bring tournament chips.
Yeah.
Yep. Match stats ready.
Oh, match stats are ready, so let's get those up on the screen.
Thank
you,
CCBK1.
CCBK1.
Let's bring them up on screen.
Okay, all right. So we see their Warlords of the Deep only losing 1 Vigil.
Yep.
While Thingy just those bombers just getting annihilated by that alpha damage through from those sentries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the bombers, obviously very small ships, very low signature, but avoiding the damage from the sentry drones on a Dominix, especially when you're painted by a Vigil, is going to be hard for any ship.
Yeah, absolutely. Those Celestis controlled the match here. There was no way that they could come back with the Mollis and the Kerry's band. Those are normally the ships you say, we'll spend less points, we'll remove these Celestis from the match entirely, and then the brunt of the rest of our points will be able to take things over. But with those ships out, they were just pinned against the wall there.
Yeah, and I mean, Dominic's Ishtar both being open there. Apparently, you deal with the bombers by bringing Dominix's.
I mean, that's one of the ways to do it. Yeah. And in this case, actually, though, I think it was the Celestises that probably played the bigger part.
If you brought those dummies and you were able to be shot, if those stealth bombers were shooting your dummies, those dummies would not last very long.
They'll melt pretty quickly, yes. The Celestis are hugely powerful. They actually just got nerfed in our patch last Wednesday, but still easily good enough to be a very strong tournament ship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But with that, I mean, we were just saying, Warlords of the Deep 2-0 up in this winner's bracket. I mean, we've seen them fall from such a high lead before. But
yes, the odds have to be in their favor at this point. We're seeing the Twitter contest predict the winners. My Twitter feed is just streaming by with people saying Warlords of the Deep at this point, I think.
Yes.
So that just means, though, if you really believe in Thingy, and you can be one of 2 people that actually predict that they're going to win on Twitter, then you have a 50-50 chance of winning.
Well, and also you have a tremendous amount of money to be made on EveBet if they do win.
I mean, the odds right now, let's take a look at what we're even dealing with, but I'm sure it's, and actually EveBet's down.
Yes. Too many people trying to bet.
So many people, and me in particular, there's a debate if Warlords of the Deep are actually robots or, like I think, imprisoned sailors doomed for all time to participate in tournaments. If they are robots, I think we have an expert on robots here.
Yes.
What do you think, CCBK1? Are Warlords of the Deep actually all robots?
Stop touching me.
I'm really worried about this robot.
I'm pretty sure this robot is going to annihilate us all at the end of this
Anyway,
game.
yes.
Oh, see? They are robots, apparently.
Yeah.
Now we
Either
know.
that or he's just going to annihilate us all.
Yeah.
Not sure what the answer was, to which question that answer was. But
I am made of pure energy.
That's a great thing to have someone just say right beside you. And sitting at a
really?
table.
Okay. Thanks for that, CCBK1.
So that means that CCBK1 is either really trying to intimidate us or is high. Very, very high.
Robo-weed.
I am fueled by the villain's tears and high.
Wow, he's fueled by the villain's tears and he's high.
I think he said Dolan's tears.
Dolan's tears?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a little bit scared of how he's going to...
I would actually be scared. I wonder if he'll stand up and intimidate...
There we go. Yeah, of course. That's the other actual major topic on the NEO2 hashtag is CCBK1, and I think he's already actually the favorite commentator.
Yeah, obviously. CCBK1 is the first esports robot.
I like these lights.
Yeah, they are quite nice lights.
Yep.
Yeah, look at him. Yeah.
We're just never going to disagree with this guy because I'm pretty sure he can kill us in our
I'll do
sleep.
whatever you say, CCPK.
It's actually it should do there somewhere. CCBK one. Can we talk to Shadu? That slow.
No.
Oh, okay.
He is sleeping.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He is Australian now.
Just
so.
for anyone that doesn't know, CCP-K1's Twitter is actually CCP_K1.
Yes,
Very
it's
good.
at CCP_K1.
At CCP_K1.
Hi, Shadu, by the way.
Yes, hey
Oh.
Shadu, if
Hi.
you're watching, CCP-K1 says hi.
Yes, I mean,
I'm so scared of you.
I'm frightened. What?
Please don't
Oh,
kill me.
it's getting taller.
Give me a bug.
What?
What? Give it a bug.
Or a hug even.
A hug.
Oh, a hug.
oh, hug.
All right, I'll give you a hug.
Aww. Now the choking
Oh, oh,
starts.
oh, oh, oh.
I think he was pulling me towards his nether regions there. I just completely walked
Too
into
much.
that. Yes.
Too much touching. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, K1. That was enjoyable.
K1, may I be allowed to read out the bans for the next match?
I think the sitting means yes.
Okay. I'm going to assume so. We do have the bans for our next match, Warlords Deep vs. Thingy, and some actual completely different bans.
Don't be silly, CCP Fuzzy.
Okay. I assume that means yes as well. Warlords of the Deep has banned out Vexor and the Curse.
Yes.
And
The next match is ages.
yes, well, I know, but people can think about the bans for a while, K1. It's okay. And Thingy has banned out the Dominics and the Ishtar, obviously trying to make sure that they
Yeah.
don't have that same performance repeated.
Okay. So we're gonna talk for a few minutes more. Then we're gonna go to an interview with Warlords of the Deep.
I
that we
just
did-
like looking at this guy all the time.
Oh.
So do most of our viewers. We've had a lot of comments about that.
Ah, you're a nice robot, aren't you? Good robot. Yeah. All right. So
I'd just like to point out that this robot, when it talks, its voice is expressed in the speakers, so it feels like it's inside my mind.
Yes.
Are you enjoying the view, Dolan?
Yes.
So if I'm actually gonna finish what I was saying. That is where no Twitch chat. We're not gonna punch the robot.
The robot would probably win in the
Yes,
fight.
I'm pretty sure.
But all right. So we'll actually be going to an interview with Warlords of the Deep in a couple of minutes that we recorded yesterday before the stream as well, like when we did the We Heard interview. So those will be another 10 minutes of me awkwardly staring into a camera. But it's going to be really valuable information for anybody that wants to potentially participate in tournaments or
Or if
want
you're
to
thingy
know,
and you want to learn about your opponents
Yes.
even more.
or if you want to know kind of how it is being on what is widely considered the best tournament team in EVE. So make sure you don't miss that. But so what are those bans? What are those screen to you? Anything specific? I mean, it's obviously we're gonna try and not come up against the Dominics again, but Vex or Curse, those are two new bans.
Both of these two teams, of course, know so many of the setups that the other practiced with because they've
Yeah.
been practice partners together. So I actually wouldn't be surprised to just know that, say, Warlords knows that Thingy has a lot of setups that have Vexors and Curses in them and are trying to ban out as many of them as possible. The Curse is obviously a key part of that EOS armor bomber setup. It's also the key part of the Claymore shield bomber setup that we saw from Warlords.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty strong linchpin in a lot of setups. It really helps the bomber teams kill frigates, which they sometimes have trouble with.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what that says. Like, so the Dominic's Ishtar ban is the obvious one. Like, don't want to deal that. You just killed us with it.
Yeah, and we've seen those throughout the entire tournament.
But there's a lot of things that you can do without Vexor and Curse. Like, we've seen plenty of the Fleet Typhoon setups. Like, if you say these bans are not
People
gonna-
on Twitch chat don't be haters. I know Guno Nelson.
Oh. I think
Yeah, you need to stop being haters, Twitch chat.
Yeah, the Twitch chat.
Wow, Twitch
he is
chat.
not improved. At the moment, Twitch chat, for anyone that's not seen it, is about half people saying punch the robot and half people saying robot should punch Dolan.
Yeah.
And now kiss the robot is actually
I'll
trending
kiss
very
the
well.
robot.
Yes.
I'll kiss him.
If only I had a gun.
I just increased the value of that robot, just saying. Now the only robot kissed by CCP Dolan in the world.
I'm sorry, but that was just priceless. As soon as you tried to kiss it, it just replied with, "If only I had a gun." All right, that was
There
amazing.
might be a gun installed in something.
That's actually the reply that Dolan is used to when he kisses people.
Yeah, this has added so much value to this broadcast. I must say, like this robot has managed to be funnier than all three of us combined throughout the entire 3 weekends in a segment.
For AT12, it's just going to be, or next alliance tournament, it's just going to be robots all around.
Yes.
Only
And that is really hard.
Yes.
What? Yes. And
Like, well, also you're gonna be there because you are a robot. So it's you have a special bond here.
he is eternal. He'll outlive all of us.
Thank you.
You're welcome, CCPK1.
We have a robot.
All right, so
Okay.
we're actually ready to go to the interview with
Does
Warlords.
Dolan have to be here?
No,
No,
I don't know. We're ready to go to the interview. Before K1 assassinates Dolan on live air, then let's go to the interview and see if we can't get the audio right the first time around for this one. Hello everyone, I'm here with members of the Warlords of the Deep team. I have Duncan Tanner and Dark Soldat with me. How are you guys doing today?
Well, thanks. So you're doing well as well?
Yes, doing good, doing good. So we're gonna start this off with a quick one. How has your tournament experience been so far?
Easy game, easy life.
It's been pretty good. Production's quite good as usual. Matches are fun as the ones we've been in, and just watching some of the others. It's been interesting seeing what the teams have been doing. But yeah, we'll see how it goes in the final weekend. We're excited.
All right, cool. So I want to ask you a question. Is there a single match that you played that you were really happy with how your tactics worked out? And likewise, was there a match where you were really disappointed with how your tactics worked out?
Gonna start with a disappointed match.
Sure.
I think we were disappointed with our match against CVA. We lost a couple ships. Didn't really need to lose them. Sort of the Merlins just brawled in without reason, but just some communication issue, and we fixed that since, so it's okay. As far as matches we've been happy with, I would say the first match against Turn Left, it went really well. It was very close. Turn Left are a really, really, really strong opponent, and I think out of all the teams, they're ones that concerned us the most. And so that first match, we flew it really well, so it was good to see.
So the Turn Left is Team Thingy, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Just for people at home that might not know. Then we'll just move on to the next one. Do you have an arch nemesis team in EVE Online? And if so, what team is that?
I think in the Alliance tournament, we've only lost against one other Alliance, and that's been PL.
Yeah.
Our record is close to even against them, so we're always back and forth with them. As far as this tournament, they got knocked out pretty early, and we haven't, we're not going to go up against them. But in general, I would say that's our arch nemesis. I don't know, Soldat, you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, PL, very arch nemesis. Don't like.
Okay.
So PL got knocked out really early in the tournament, and because in many people think that you guys are probably like the benchmark tournament team. You've done so well in so many tournaments, and everybody talks about you like you're on a whole different plane, and then playing like you're playing a whole different field than the rest of the teams. Why do you think PL, which is pretty much the only team that you guys have ever really lost to, why do you think that they didn't make it that far in this tournament?
Well, first of all, I think we're talked up a bit too much. I think we're pretty good, but maybe people give us a bit too much credit. But as far as PL's performance, I would say they don't have. I'm not sure if this is the case, but I think they don't have all of their key tournament members who are usually there. Theory crafting and leading. I mean, they have several of them there, but they don't have absolutely everyone there. So maybe that was part of it. As far as what else went wrong with their team, I really can't say. I should maybe give a little bit of credit to some of the things that Sutonia and Nebula from our team have been doing. They've been really following them all around CC and practicing for them really, really difficult. And so they spent most of their time on CC running away from spies rather than actually practicing, and I think that might have affected it a little bit as well.
So it's funny that you mentioned spying. There's actually a question that I wanted to add in that was not on the list that I gave you guys. So how effective do you think spying is? How worth it is it to spend all this time and all this effort spying and kind of disrupting practices and in general being a bit of a pain on the test server? How effective work versus rewards effective is that?
I think the members who do engage in spying is just sort of, well, they're just interested in it. They just feel it's like an interesting thing to do. Sort of like how griefing might be in TQ. As far as effectiveness, it depends. It can be hit and miss. I mean, if you end up causing a team like PL to just like not end up practicing at all and just waste their time running away from you, then I guess it can be fairly effective. As far as on the other end, you might just end up watching things that are not really, aren't going to give you any information. So it can depend. Some people find it enjoyable. Some people find it fun. I imagine Fozzie really enjoyed doing it when he was, part of the PL team.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So have you used your knowledge that you've gained from spying on people in this tournament?
I'm not sure if I should talk about that. As far as in our matches, we actually haven't really been using. I mean, the intel that we have hasn't been really helped us a whole lot in our matches. We're finding that some of the teams we go up against, we haven't really seen that much on CC or whatever. I think for us, it gives us mostly just peace of mind that there hasn't been something that we've completely overlooked.
Yeah.
That's completely going to change things, more so than it is. Okay, we know what they're going to bring, and we're going to completely hard counter it. So
generally, if you the teams that practice the most in tournaments, they win the tournaments or do very well in the tournaments. So if you can prevent a team from practicing, that's already the most amazing thing you can do for your success, basically.
All right, so that's cool. I wanted to ask you guys, is there anything clever, tactics-wise, that you did during this tournament that we maybe didn't notice on stream or didn't notice, like some sort of weird fitting or weird bumping or something along those lines that we didn't notice and you guys were really happy with, and maybe a little bit mad at us for not noticing, but is there anything that you want to divulge around that?
I think the commentators have been pretty good at picking everything up. As far as little things that aren't noticed, I think most of it involves positioning, and that's not always easy to pick up while you're calling a match. But would you have anything to add to that?
Not really. I mean, we didn't really have to use any clever tactics up to now because we've been wrecking everything in our path.
So what would you guys say is the most important thing in a tournament match? You mentioned positioning. Is that the most important thing, or is it the luck of the draw that you bring a setup that isn't hard countered, or do you think that any setup can at any point beat any other setup if there's a big enough skill difference?
I would say the biggest thing that determines success in tournament matches, there are lots of factors, but I think one of the biggest is being very comfortable with what you're flying and understanding exactly what it can do and what it needs to do in the different situations it can come up against.
Okay. So do you have any advice to future tournament pilots? Maybe people that watch the tournament right now got interested and they want to do the next New Eden Open or the next tournament, whenever that may be?
Have fun, believe in yourself, and don't take it too seriously. It's only a game, but just have fun. Just have fun.
Okay, that's a really good advice, and I hope you guys are having fun. So lastly, I'm going to ask you, are there any team members, other teams, or characters or friends that you want to give a shout out to that did particularly good in the run-up and in this tournament?
For me, I think I definitely want to give out a shout out to Knifey, who's been amazing for logistics, to Nebula and Sutonia, who have done amazing work on the spying on CC front. And of course, Hart and Kadesh, who have been like tireless and just making sure everything is absolutely where it needs to be and organizing all of this. They've been really amazing. As far as teams, We Heard is really good to see all the excitement around them, as well as the hype train. I think it'll be coming to its final destination today. I guess they have some other matches as well. So who knows? Maybe not today. Maybe they'll come back and beat us PL style in the final or something. But their team has been really cool, and it's nice to see them doing something different with the tournament and getting people excited.
Cool. So thank you, Duncan Tanner, and thank you, Dark Soldat, and good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the studio. That was me. Oh my God. That was me from yesterday.
Welcome back to the CCPK1 show, everyone.
I thought I was going to wait until the Alliance tournament to completely take over, but apparently
I thought
it's
so
just
as well.
decided.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Thanks, Ben.
So
Thanks.
polite.
So I just wanted to welcome everybody back from that interview, and thank you to Warlords of the Deep for giving us that interview and kind of letting us peek behind the scenes a little bit.
Don't.
Sorry, I touched CCPK1.
Okay. I actually wanted to say this next match might potentially be our last match of the night. And I wanted to use this opportunity to give a huge shout out to our live studio audience that have been here cheering and having good fun.
Yeah!
I want to give an applause to
All
you
their
guys.
amazing signs. Yeah. K1 loves you too.
Can we
Yes.
get a shot at them?
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yes, indeed.
So we've seen some signs being added to the audience there. Some really good signs. There's like a giant ISN sign there.
The S is a $sign because,
Yes.
as we all know, when you run incursions, you have nothing but dollars all
It
the
just
time.
goes ISN has more ISK than you, and I think that's probably correct.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyrex no longer has to illuminate his Eve bet sign.
So is Eve back
What
up?
is Dickbert?
Huh?
What? Go on, K1.
K1.
What is Dickbert?
What is?
Oh, dick butt.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll explain it to you later, K1.
Yes. I'm sorry. You shouldn't hear that on air.
That's you're but a young robot. Someday
Yes.
we'll explain to you the
So
mysteries.
definitely, thank you guys for coming out here and having a great night with us. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun, and we'll definitely look to do this again because this has been a lot of fun for us as well.
What do you guys
But this
think? Would you come out to this again? Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Sounds good.
Yes, this isn't, of course, necessarily our final match. It will be if
Yeah.
Warlords pulls it out and wins, but Thingy has shown that they've been able to beat Warlords before.
That was in their second match as well.
It was in their
So-
second match of their last series, so I think it's very possible that they could come back and get a win, or even take the series. It's
Yeah.
going to be a hard road, but it's very possible. Interestingly, most of the people betting on EVET right now do believe that Warlords is going to win. The website.
Jolan, stop looking at yourself on the TV.
Everyone hates me looking at this on the TV. I'm looking at my co-casters. They're just so beautiful. How can I take my eyes off them?
Uh-huh.
You too, K1.
A likely story.
But yes, at the moment, it appears that most people believe that Warlords is going to take this. But
Yeah.
I think Thingy has surprised a lot of people with their performance so far.
Definitely.
People expected them to be good, but they've been well beyond
But
everyone's
The
expectations.
thing is it's not the people that Thingy has to surprise. They have to surprise Warlords of the Deep.
with their
That
tentacles.
is true. So I actually want to use this opportunity since we have a couple of minutes, and I want to ask if you submitted an advertisement to this year's New Eden Open, and it's not on YouTube, please upload it to YouTube. Let us know about the ad and post it on the tournament forums, and we'll collect it all and maybe put it in one big tournament thread, tournament advertisement thread on the tournament forums and tweet it out because a lot of people want to be able to see, for instance, the Tengu advert and other adverts
What's
regularly.
your favorite ad so far this year? Or I guess we've seen them all at this point. But what's your favorite ad? Or for you, Dolan, or for K1 as well. Do you guys all have favorites?
My ad is I have a
You
clear
have
favorite.
Zulu Squad.
Well, back when I was a player,
Yeah.
I was a founder of Zulu Squad, but my favorite ad is the
Is there
one
one in which Dylan gets hurt?
No, there's none
Unfortunately
yet.
not.
But they can work on that for the Alliance tournament. I'm on the street a lot. If someone wants to jump me and film it, then that's they can go to that effort. But my favorite ad has to be the Sun Tzu Warlords of the Deep ad.
Yes, actually, that's true.
Yes.
Also, the I Get Money one when they're showing off all their.
That's actually
prize
probably
ships.
my favorite.
Yes.
The waffles ones are also amazing, but yeah, the tournament prize ship one from Hydra is a pretty good ad. Yeah.
I'm actually really excited. Speaking of the waffles advertisement, we actually have a WaffleCon from.
Do you like waffles?
Yes.
Yes, I like waffles.
Ah, yes.
Audience, do you guys like waffles?
There's like 5 people
Some of
there
them
that
like
like
waffles.
waffles.
Yes. Apparently, they're more French toast people.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Pancakes are the thing in Iceland, I think, actually. But the thing is I completely forgot what I was going to say.
Waffle
Oh,
something?
yes. We actually, for this year's Fan Fest, we have a member, WaffleCon from Snigwaffa, doing the Alliance Leader panel.
Okay, very cool.
So we're going to have to see what he brings. Along with, we also have Brave Collective, Brave Newbies doing it as well. So
Very nice.
That should be very exciting. That's one of my favorite panels. And I actually get to now have the pleasure of running it every year at Fan Fest.
He's going to be on a tape delay.
Yes.
So wise
We've learned
choice.
our lesson.
So this match is about to come up here. What do you think each team is going to do? Do you think Thingy's going to pull out some Hail Mary setup that we haven't seen, thought of, or even dreamed of
I think
to try and beat Warlords, or are they just going to go back to like...
It's tough to say. I mean, just for anyone who missed the bans before, we do have the bans here.
Yeah.
Warlords has banned out Vexor and Curse, and the Curse ban there bans out one of the key ships in the setup that Thingy just brought, amongst as well as a bunch of other good setups. And then Thingy banned out the Dominus Ishtar. So actually, key ships from both of the last 2 setups are now banned. It's really hard to tell what they're going to bring out. These guys, of course, have a much better idea of what the other one's going to bring than we do because they've seen them all doing their practice.
That's true.
So I think that Warlords is in a wonderful position right now because they can bring their consistent high-level setups, but setups that Thingy knows.
Yep.
They don't really have to do any Hail Mary passes. They can run 3 matches and just expect that they're going to get a good matchup and one of their matches win and walk away. Thingy has to be bringing crazy stuff. If there's any setups that Warlords of the Deep doesn't know about from Thingy, which I'm not sure there are, I actually think that Warlords probably has more secret setups than Thingy does. If there are any of those setups, they need to start bringing them.
Maybe they'll just bring a setup and add even more bombers. So they'll take the 3 bomber setup and move it up to like 5 bombers.
Well, we saw 4
So-
bombers.
We've seen 4. Yeah.
So for people at home wondering, why could this be the last match? I don't understand this. And this is supposed to be a best out of 5 where you have to win 3 matches? Well, I'll explain it to you. Because Warlords of the Deep are the winners bracket champions, they actually started with 1 match up in this best out of 5, meaning that even before the first match was played between those 2, Warlords had the advantage with one match against 0. Them taking the first match puts them up 2-0, meaning that Thingy will have to bring back 3 matches in a row if they want to take this title and the money.
Yep. Many tournaments actually do in double eliminations. They force the person coming from the losers bracket to win an even larger series. It gives the winners bracket an even larger lead than just 1 win.
Yes.
But because of the amount of time it takes between matches for an EVE Online tournament like the New Year Open, we've chosen to just give a win to Warlords of the Deep, have that be their advantage rather than say forcing.
Rather than saying you have
Thingy
to
has
win
to win a best of 7 and Warlords of the Deep only has to win a best of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or saying Warlords of the Deep has to win 1 best out of 3 and Thingy needs to win 2 best out of 3s.
Exactly.
Just sometimes how it goes as well. So.
Yeah, we've streamlined it a lot. This is kind of the hybrid setup. We've been continuously evolving our tournament bracket formats, and I think I'm pretty happy with this one. This is definitely the best we've had so far, but we're going to continue tweaking and improving here and there.
You and I are relics from the age-old days of groups.
Remember matches that didn't matter, and times when people actually wanted to lose. You'd have matches where you're both going to be continuing on from the group stage, but you actually want to lose to get to an easier bracket. I remember theory crafting the fastest way to kill yourself in a match. Because our team knew that we needed to have it ready just in case a team that would lose faster than the other team could try to lose. And bombing yourself was the best that we could come up with.
Is it not flying out of the arena?
Flying out of the arena can work, but bombing yourself can actually go a little bit faster, at least at that time.
Flying out of the arena is probably faster now because micro jump drives. You can just dump all your points into battleships and just micro jump drive straight out of the arena.
Yep. And, there was also the days before the tournament UI when it was just locked targets on either side, and we had to do a lot more thinking.
So CSBK1, do you have anything to add to this discussion here?
Let's get it on.
Oh,
let's get it on. Wow.
I think the robot's coming on to you.
I can't blame it.
Yeah. What that probably means is the match is just about ready to go, which it is. Very close to being ready.
You have a dirty mind, Dylan.
Yes, I do.
Both teams are now on the field, so I think we're just getting the cameras and all set up, and then we'll be ready to go in just a moment.
Yep.
I'm actually interested who of these two teams our audience thinks is going to win this match.
Oh.
So audience, if you guys think that Thingy is going to win the match, give us a cheer. And if you think that Warlords of the Deep is going to win, give us a cheer.
Yeah. We
I
heard
would say it's a bit even, but
I think I heard stronger cheering for Warlords
Let's
of the
pew
Deep.
pew.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me just talk for a little bit.
Shut up, Nolan.
all right, let's get our predictions in.
Yeah.
Let's not let Dylan talk here.
I think that Thingy is going to take at least this one match and make it a series.
Yep.
Like our audience, I am ultimately beholden to being a practical person, so I'm going to have to go with Warlords of the Deep, the stronger team to win.
I actually think Warlords of the Deep are the stronger team here, and I think they're going to take this and end the day early for us, unfortunately, but fortunately for them, unfortunately for us. Let's see how it goes.